in the city, some in the city.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Our House 21 and I have my assistant Kyle here.
Hey, yo.
Alright, so got some couple quick unboxings for you. So this is kind of cool. We got something from my buddy Mike Bahana from Evil Empire over here. And then we have something over here from my friends at Dollar Hobby. So let's go ahead, let's just open the mics first. Now, for those of you who don't know about Mike Bahana and Evil Empire, he's extremely active on Facebook speedrun groups. He's got his own company called Evil Empire Racing that they produce a variety of RC products out there for guys. But he's also just a really cool, really knowledgeable guy. Not always family friendly, but he's a pretty cool guy. And he's been a friend of RC Physics for a long, long time. So just give him a little shout out there. You can check him out and everything he does over at Evil Empire. And, you know, just things he does. But I was chatting with him online and just happened to mention the fact that, you know, he used a really cool power meter in one of his tests. And if you guys have seen the things that I do, I like to use a Turnigy power meter to, you know, collect data and, you know, show off things for like my benchmark tests and things like that. But the problem with that thing is that it maxes out at 100 amps. So Mike had this lovely little power meter in one of his videos that had 150 amp capacity. So I just kind of reached out to him like, okay, which one is that? And I found it on Amazon for a certain price. And he's like, I got a bunch laying around in the box. I'll match that price if you want them. So I said, sure. And here they are. So these guys, I haven't wired up leads to them, anything, as you see, because I just opened the package. But I was probably going to throw some castle connectors on these guys so I could throw them in line so I can do some higher power capacity testing. Now, this uses a 2-line LED display, or LCD display, so it doesn't quite give the same level of information as my other meter. But I mean, it says the same stuff, it just doesn't say it in the same way. But as far as in-car, you know, I think that, you know, this ought to work out just fine. Oh, and look at what we got here. Give me a couple stickers too. All right, Mike, good looking out. All right, let me see if there's anything else in here. Nope, that's it. But cool beans, thanks, Mike. You know what? I might have to send you some Our House stuff. All right, but you'll see these being wired up and being used for some interesting applications here in the near future. Those of you who've been following, you know that one of my off-season projects is whipping up a hardcore test station. So don't be surprised if one of these things finds its way into my motor and battery test station. But you'll see as we go through. All right, so now moving on to over here, we got this nice package from Dollar Hobby. And for those who don't know, I've had a long relationship with Dollar Hobby, mainly because half the parts for half of my cars seems to have come from Dollar Hobby. But they're also a really cool Christian-based company, and I just ended up reaching out to them and establishing a relationship with them. And they even sponsored me, so that the motor that is in Dizzy right now, they gave me a big break and partially sponsored that thing. So I have a lot of warm feelings for the guys at Dollar Hobby. They have, again, good supporters of the channel, and they do good stuff. And they have great prices on all sorts of great deals. So what we have over here is radios. 2 new radio sets. So let's take a look at what these guys are. So these are identical FlySky 2-channel radios. So the FSGT 2Es. So these are, again, like I said, if I can get this cover open, they're 2-channel radios. So, I mean, nothing too crazy. You see, it's got standard controls here, channel reversing, trims for, and dual rate set. But it's pretty much just a straightforward radio for, you know, for an entry level, you know, getting into it type of car. And I have 2. Why would I have 2? Well, stay tuned, you'll see. But these guys, the best part of this is that basically Dollar Hobby's model is they they sell out parts for a wide variety of cars, and sometimes they end up with inventory that just doesn't move very fast, so they end up putting on clearance and dumping it. And I have got so many great buys from them. So these guys were like $18 each, I think. So 2.4 gigahertz Fly Sky, very good quality radio set, 20 bucks each from an American based reseller. That's pretty sweet. All right, so, and it comes with 2-channel radio and 3-channel receiver. So this is nice because they're compatible with all the Fly Sky Surface stuff. So if you have Fly Sky platform, which we actually do have a number of Fly Sky vehicles running Fly Sky receivers already. So this just fits right into the family. So this is pretty cool. All right, and what else do I have over here? Ooh, I have 17 millimeter hex hubs. You know, this is just always a good spirit thing to have around, because these things disappear at the worst possible opportunity. And the last thing is a new set of Proline body mounts. Those who don't follow the channel, I love these things. I pretty much converted most of my cars to running these body mounts. Why? Because they're convenient. If you see right here, car in the background, this is Vertex. I got them apart because I'm doing some modifications again. But the sweet thing about these guys is that for those who use the typical body mounts with the cotter pins, you always lose those cotter pins. You don't know if they are secure. You don't know if you should use a little washer thing or not. They're just a little bit annoying. These guys screw down, fits right on. I figured out a way where I can modify the existing body posts, so I just slice them off, drill a hole into them, drive these little Proline mounts in there, and I can use the existing ones. These are body posts from a Traxxas X01 actually that I fit onto this Team Associated Apex. Works great. But the awesome thing about this is by mounting them like this, this becomes structural. This is hard mounted, and I reinforce my bodies. So I'm just going to grab one. Yeah, so this is Vertex's body here. This thing, fiberglass reinforced, this thing is a piece of basically structure. So by having it hard mounted into the body, you get a much stronger overall configuration. So I'm a converter, or I should say I've been converted. They work great. So, all right guys, so that's what's new and happening in the land of our house. So stay tuned, you're going to see the vehicles that these guys are going to go into here shortly. So I'm trying to make the best use of this off season by really getting in and really turning the crank, and playing catch up on a lot of projects that I've been meaning to do for a long time, but also trying to just be a little bit creative and just show some coolness for the RC community. For those who don't know, the whole point behind RC physics is to try to show that if you've got the brain cells to make a 100-mile-an-hour RC, or to do the ultimate basher, or to just get in here and build up all this custom hardware, you have the same amount of brain cells to become an engineer, a technician, a scientist, mathematician, all that. It's all the same thing. STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. It's all part of being able to take what you have and go beyond. In our house, RC Physics, our goal is to try to help people go beyond where they are and reach their dreams. All right, guys. I know this sounds corny, but I'm a corny kind of guy. All right, our House 21 sign out. Remember the mantra: fly, fix, fly, break it, fix it, and do it all over again. And Kyle, you got anything you want to say?
Nah.
All right. Nah. All right, guys. Peace.